a typical windy day at the Gytes, Peebles immediately dominated up front, and David Payton was once again influential at the number 8 position, enjoying a lot of freedom to attack, and when his pack got a heel against the head, he exploited the gap to raise over for Peebles' first try. And the pressure continued with tap penalties from Trevor Keane and Drew Moore, causing all sorts of problems in the Haddington defence, but to their credit, the visitors held out. It looked like James Oakes had gone over for a try, but for some reason the referee disallowed it, but gave Peebles a penalty. But more Peebles pressure led to an inevitable second try by Dan Boughtwood, who kicked both conversions to give his team a 14-0 lead. But there was controversy on 23 minutes when David Payton tried to get the ball off Haddington scrum half Nick Bell. Bell's teammate Quinton Caulfield took exception and went up to Payton to give him what can only be described as a headbutt. It incensed the crowd and also Peebles skipper Willie Aitken, who pushed Caulfield out the way. Well, that led to a bit of a brawl, but RFU referee John Meredith, instead of giving a red card to the Haddington player, gave it for some reason to Peebles' number 5 Sandy Smiley, who wasn't exactly involved in the action, and no one quite knows exactly why that happened, but it was certainly a total injustice. So Peebles were down to 14 men and they weren't very happy. Playing into the wind in the second half, they had an uphill task, but they redoubled their efforts, and this tackle by Ross Borthwick on Ewan Herx typified the effort put in. Dan Boughtwood led the charge with a number of breaks upfield by Peebles. This was probably the best one from his own try line, linking up eventually with James Oakes. Unfortunately, it came to nothing. But with a penalty apiece, the only scores in the second period, Peebles held on to win by 17 points to 3.
Our coaches have instilled in us a belief that we can beat anyone, and I think we've shown that this year, that we're just, like I said, a good group of mates. We all want to play for each other, and when the chips are down we all sort of pull together tighter, and it's really good to see.
There was a lot of reaction on the stand here of cries of injustice over this red card. We thought, well, we thought their big number 5 was going to go off for the headbutt, but nothing seemed to happen, and we were all shocked when Sandy Smiley was sent out and off the field. What was your own view on that?
Well, I'm still can't get my head around. I think Sandy was more shocked and surprised than anyone. Well, yeah, it was odd. I have to sort of talk to Sandy later and see exactly why. I didn't see him. Well, before I joined, I didn't see Sandy involved, so it was an odd decision. I thought it was a mix-up.
Well, there's another big crowd up here at the Gytes today, and a lot of them, when they knew that I was going to have you up here after the match for a little chat, they said, you've got to ask him, is he going to stay next year at Peebles? What's the situation?
Still yet undecided, Stuart.
Undecided?
I've really enjoyed my time at Peebles. Well, I've enjoyed the time I've spent so far in Peebles. I met so many brilliant people that I imagine made a lot of lifelong friends, so it would be a very difficult place to leave, but obviously I have to start thinking about my future. I'm getting on a bit, so I think a job or something along those lines has got to come into the mix somewhere, and hopefully play rugby also. But like I said, it's still undecided. Still a lot of time in the season, depending on results and all sorts of different things.
Bribery at all?
Nah, never, of course not.